Peace, YouTube. Y'all know who this is, man. EK back in the building. Another day to be great. Let's get it, man. Hopefully this video finds everybody doing fantastic. And if not, hopefully I can make your day a little better. Before we even start, I will get to the gameplay and the violation, and there will be plenty of that. But first, let's go over what I mean with the topic of this video, because it's very prevalent, and a lot of people in the community are not, like, they don't understand like what I mean when I say these type of things. So I made a tweet yesterday night and it got a lot of engagement, like 500 plus likes, tons of retweets, tons of people going crazy in the comments, arguing, a lot of people agreeing, a lot of people disagreeing. So as long as I'm facilitating discussion, I don't want to be liked, I don't want to be popular, I don't want nobody to agree, I don't want everyone to agree with me, and I don't care if everyone disagrees with me. And if you don't follow me on Twitter, you probably should. Down below, I'll be tweeting out bangers. You know, I always speak my mind, no matter what. I don't care how unpopular my opinion is. I say what I truly believe in. And with this conversation right here, at least I got people talking. When it comes to exploits in the game, and people thought I was coming at Steezo, like, you can read my tweet on the screen. You can also read the tweet I posted right below right here. I'm not coming at Steezo or dribblers or any of that, bro. I was a dribbler my damn self. I like dribbling. I feel like the dribbling in 24 is really slow as hell, but as you can see from Steezo's clips right here, like, it's incredibly, like, it's not the fact that he's dribbling. He's been able to dribble in every 2K. People have been able to be dribble gods in every 2K. But his movement, with how much he's mastered it, is showing what is wrong with this game. This is the perfect example, bro. And when people say the game is exploitative or what is an exploit, a lot of people don't understand what that means. The biggest issue with 2K right now is the imbalance. The last 3 years on next gen is the imbalance between the offense and the defense. The only reason some people be saying like that this game has defense is because either A, you're playing bums, and then yeah, if you're playing old heads and bots in the theater or rec or whatever that have no dribble moves equipped, and maybe they're casuals and they don't really play the game like that, and they don't know what the hell they're doing, yeah, you're gonna look good as hell on defense. That's been true in every 2K. You've always been able to do that. But on the quote-unquote more or less competitive level, you know, people that play against other good squads in the park or the stage, then bro, the only like quote-unquote real defense that you have is getting maybe a lane steal or a pluck. That's the only defense that really exists in the game when you're playing somebody that has a brain, or somebody that, even worse, is a geek, or that is trying their heart out and is lab things up. Like, all the things that Steezo was doing, you don't have to do any of that. You could do one or two moves. Like I said, that John Wall step back, the John Wall cross, run to the side with LeBron or pro dribble style and just fade or whatever. Like, bro, you don't have to overcomplicate things. Like, Steezo might even be putting himself at a disadvantage doing all that because he's wasting more stamina and giving them more opportunities to try to get a steal or double him or bait him or something. Most of the community that are quote-unquote nerds or comp, and I've played against a lot of them, all they do is the same 3 moves. And when we talk about exploits, that's literally what an exploit is. It's something that you can do 11 times a game, regardless of the matchup or what the defense is doing to adapt to it. And you're just going to constantly be seeing success. That's literally the definition of an exploit. And people don't understand that, yes, dribbling is realistic. Like, even like, the spam dribbling, like and one hoops and, street ball and all that. Bro, I love that part of the game. I love standstill dribbling. The offensive player cannot move at 3 times the speed of the defensive player. Because that's not a basketball game anymore, because athletes are equal on both sides. You don't just, bro, being with the basketball actually makes you slower. I don't know if that's not common knowledge to y'all, or y'all just don't hoop at all, or don't think about the game at all in that type of way. You just be existing out here in the 2K void and just thinking that people are supposed to run around at the speed of light, and the defense, only time they get a stop is when they get lucky. But bro, we don't gotta be slow on offense, but can the defense get some tools? All these step backs, all these crossovers, all these moves, all these teleports, these step backs, these fades, ankle breakers, that's cool. But the defense has no badge to teleport 15 feet like a LeBron James / John Wall step back. The defense has no move to counter somebody that does a crossover and goes from a 3-point line under the basket and does a meter dunk. There's no badge, there's no ability, there's no skill set, no sig on defense that you can stop that. And when everybody looks good on the game, like everyone looks like the greatest, that's when the game is ass, because it doesn't make things special. Like, Steezo could be if you want to say he's the greatest dribbler of all time, you could say that, bro. And there's other people that dribble similar to him, but outside of those couple of people, bro, like, you can't even tell the difference, because everybody is just as effective. You could go into the park, into the theater, play against random ass kids, and they're gonna be just as effective. They're gonna be getting buckets with just 1 or 2 moves, because the difference between the offense and the defense and how those two parts of the game are not balanced at all. It feels like 2 different video games when you're playing defense, even on a pure maxed out lockdown defender build, going against someone that has any common sense on the game. And maybe that's the problem, that a lot of people in this game don't really face good opponents very often, because they kind of exist. 2K has been isolating people and like stratifying the community with this like no squad rec. Like, obviously if you play no squad rec, you will never see anybody exploiting the game. You're never going to see triple threat under the basket standing dunk. You're not going to see any of these horrendous un-basketball exploits. You know what I mean? But you can't deny that they exist, because it affects the game as a whole. Just because you're hiding away from that, or doesn't affect your part of the game, that don't mean it's gonna hurt you. Just like my team. If my team being pay to win, look, now the rest of the game is pay to win. You know what I mean? Builds used to be cheap, now they're expensive. Things bleed over into other parts of the game. But let's get into the gameplay. I'm gonna talk more about this and the way people play, and what we can maybe do to try to fix this. Alright, so peep game. So this is some relatively old gameplay, because I have not been on the game that much this summer at all. And like, when I do have a teammate, I just get into the stage or whatever, and we just get straight down to business. So as you see, we are playing 2 people with literally 95-96 of every single defensive attribute. But here's the kicker. They have no dribbling. And I'm not talking about low dribbling, or maybe they don't have, like, you know, all the best SIGs or whatever. No, these 2 dudes have 25 ball control each. 25. They both have 25 ball control. Meanwhile, I have a 70 with gold unpluckable. I'm over here getting ripped just standing still. And what is their offense, you mad? How did they score? You know, in a 2K that makes sense. For example, in a game like 2K20, bro, you could have 2 play shots going against 2 builds like this. 2 builds with no interior defense, no rebounding, nothing. And these 2 donkeys would never score. But in this game, my teammate is 6'7" and a pure defender, and I am 6'11" with solid defense, as he runs up next to me again and just yanks my ball sack and just rips it off my fucking body. You know what I mean? Just rips my nuts off. And look, he gets pro dribble style because he's a small forward. That's a whole nother conversation for another day. Why the fuck are people getting moves that they're not supposed to have? Look at this. Look at this offensive movement. The pass that his teammate threw just teleported him, like, and these are big dudes. Pause. They're like 6'7", 6'8" men. How is a 6'7", 6'8" man, as like I shoot a shot that said open and I had no green window on it, but you know, W game. It's all good. I'll play through it. How are 6'7", 6'8" men teleporting like from the top of the key to the corner? Like, that's a long distance. Like, y'all might think these courts are small. Like, bro, the players are just like, these are big ass people. You probably never seen people this big in your life. We're trying to play defense though. I mean, we're trying to play through it, but it's like they just kept getting plucks. They kept getting lucky. It's cool. I'm here to do what I gotta do. I'm on a 6'11" build with no standing dunk. I'm getting every bucket out the mud. I got heat check. I dot my mans. He pulls up. Bang bang. We're trying to get it done, man. Like, I'm playing like nobody, and nobody play like me. Don't even dick eat and say no stupid shit. Nobody plays like me. I hit him with the relocation. I pull up with the heat check, green bean, money team. We're trying to get it done. Like I said, moving the ball around. All he doing is spamming. Like, he's spamming like I'm doing something exploitative. These 2 randoms just running around with dribble moves that they're not even supposed to have. I think the other random had a jump shot that he's not even supposed to have. They just doubling me, spamming, just playing an all-around terrible brand of basketball. But I'm not going to blame these people, even though they suck, you know, and they're being an annoying piece of shit. I'm not going to blame them. I'm going to blame the devs, because that's the devs' job. Look, we box him right here for 21 seconds, man. He bails out of a shot with no bailout, runs into the side of my player's body, and his player is turning around, not putting a hand up. That's what I'm talking about, how it feels like the defense and the offense are playing a different game. And look at this pass right here, bro. I passed it when I was over there, but you saw how it dragged the guy earlier in the game when it got him open for 3 away from me. It just did the same thing to my teammate. My teammate was running to the hash, and I threw a pass. It not only made me run for like 10 feet before I threw the ball, it made him run into the corner. Like, the gameplay is so floaty and so random that no wonder people have stopped playing the game. The point of basketball is to impose your skill and your IQ on the game. Like, people are just doing whatever and getting away with it, and you're trying to actually do something, like actually thinking the game, and the game makes you do stupid shit. Now, these two dudes right here, I don't know if this guy had a Zen or what. Like, I'm not worried about it. I forget. This is some old gameplay. This center right here, actually, like, even though it was during the time when I was taking long breaks off 2K, so I was definitely nowhere remotely in my bag. I was playing pretty shitty for the most part, but this center played some of the best post defense I've ever seen, or maybe I was just, like I said, playing ass that I've seen in any 2K. But his guard right here is the focus of this video. Look at what he's doing, bro. And my teammate, like I said, he don't play the game a lot either, but his defense is fantastic. Look, he's sitting on that shit. He guarding him. Look. All he gonna do is run to the side and then do that. And usually, I'm surprised that one missed. Usually, they hit that shit up to a 40. I don't think, like, he was fully maxed out. I'm trying to hold the ball and stand still. Obviously, I get ripped right away with gold unpluckable. Thankfully, he's an idiot and he throws the ball out of bounds. That doesn't usually happen. So I'm trying to get away from this bitch because he's spamming the fuck out of me, like I said. I'm not the one that's over here doing all these floaters and doing the most. I'll pull up with the fade. Somehow that said open, even though that's not the animation I wanted, but we'll take it. I know every timing. He didn't jump in the paint, and the crazy part about that is typically I would miss that shot, but I guess 2K was somewhat fucking with me today. I hit him with the back door. I lay it up. Like I said, I'm a 6'11" point guard, but I didn't realize it was this bad when I made this build in terms of getting ripped every play. I can actually dribble pretty well with a 70 ball control. Everybody just spams. Like, you're going to get ripped every fucking play. And I have no standing dunk, and my driving dunk is only a 70. So the only way I'm going to score is if I create a high-quality bucket. I can shoot threes and middies, like, decently. I hit him with the, oh, my God. Like, see, that's me in my bag right there. Like, come on, bro. Like, and I don't want to sound like an old head or whatever, but it's like right there. You see how I read the play, bro? I actually had to create a shot because when he stands there, I can't just do whatever the fuck I want. I can't just go up with any shot I want. And people could talk about, oh, you're post score, you're a post score this, post score that. Bro, nobody on this game plays like me, first of all. People just standing dunks and drop stepping is not post scoring. FYI. Running, you know what I mean? I don't know what the fuck y'all think post scoring is. Post scoring is a whole art, just like dribbling is a whole art. Look what he's doing. So post scores are OP, but how many post scores you play against that play like me? How many people you play against that do that? Look at what he's doing. He just running and spamming that floater, that Devin Booker floater. But we want to talk about post scores OP. Now he got heat check. He running left, right. Cool. You know, he pull up with the heat check. He doing what he got to do. It's not his job to fix the game. It's the dev's job. See, my teammate boxing the fuck out of him, but then he ends up doing just one move going through his body. And we want to talk about, I don't know why he reached out right there, whatever. Like, I understand the frustration probably was a factor. Look, he keep running doing that goofy ass animation. And that's another thing I noticed about a lot of y'all bots and you shitty bitches that never been good in no 2K. Have y'all ever noticed that most people on 2K only got one thing that they're good at? Like, every year, most people aren't good for more than 1 year. That was right there was a phenomenal bait by that center. Like I said, credit to that center. He was playing actually some pretty solid defense. I don't know if his teammate was cheating or not, but the center was doing his thing, and I definitely can't get mad at him. So my teammate has to jump, because if you don't, he's gonna make the floater. So he does the smart thing and waits it out, and you know what I mean? But he keeps doing the same thing, and my teammate knows what he's doing. See, the thing is if I shot the same post fade or the same hop shot or the same hook shot or the same whatever every single play, the dude would easily contest me. But people want to talk about what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? People want to throw that cheese word around. You cheesing, you playing toxic. People be crying. This bitch on the other team play like everybody else play. Why nobody talking about that shit is cheese? Oh, because y'all do it too, right? It's okay. So I hit him with the hop shot and I pull up. He got a yellow contest, but I had my green machine up. I was actually playing good offensively, except for all the damn steals he got. My teammate got me just enough stops to get us out of that game. Well, salute to him, and that's just how it is, man. I miss the good old days of 2K20 and like 19 and 18, bro, when you could grind out a game, or like if you really like locked in defensively, you were gonna grind a game out. Those are no longer the days, man. Like, now, if you're playing people that are actually quote-unquote good or cheesy on the game, good luck, man. It's going to be hard. Even on a pure lockdown, it's going to be very, very difficult to get consistent stops, and I hope they change that. So look at how this guy is playing. This guy, this is just, look at this. My teammate he had no strength, the opponent. My teammate got maxed out strength, speed, everything. And look at he's just pushing him out the way. His feet are glued to the floor. My teammate, my defensive teammate, Uvia, and he still moves out the way. Why? I don't know. He's not touching his controller. He's cutting him off correctly, but because he does that John Wall crossover, it moves him out the way. That's an exploit right there. That's some pussy shit right there. But you know, it's all good. I still dominated this whole entire year. I hit him with the snatch back on a 611. I kind of fell in love with this build. I just hate that I made it this late into the year, like for the last couple months, and then I stopped playing the game. This build is very difficult to use, but it's like, bro, playing with a lock on the twos, which is something I've been known to do, like always, you know, defense is everything, because like I said, 2K loves giving motherfuckers these exploits and these cheese ass moves. So my teammate is bodying him up. He played perfect defense, and look at this. Like, please tell me with a straight face that this is good basketball. He is strong. He is right on his hip. Why is he moonwalking? He hasn't left the floor. He hasn't jumped. Look at his feet. His feet just slid like 5 feet without him taking a step. Come on, fellas. We gotta be serious with this shit, man. Y'all want to talk about this, that, and that the post scores are OP. And then, of course, you know, the John Wall step back. Now my teammate trying to really, like, sag off and cut off the crossover. Now he doing that step back, bro. Thankfully, he ended up getting me a good stop right there. We ain't been on the game. He ain't been on the game in like a month, so I had to lock in for him and chop shit down. See, I'm having to get actual fucking buckets. You know, they're doing the usual shit. There's a pure defender guarding me, and he's spamming the fuck out of me. I don't know what the fuck he was jumping at. See, I actually have to read the play. I don't get to run in there and just push people out the way. He's spamming the fuck out of me, like I said, like as if I was doing an exploit or something. So I hit him with the quick crossover. Not really that quick. Hit him with the fade and get him the fuck up out of here. I'm gonna do the same shit next year that I did this year. I'm gonna keep whooping that ass, and y'all bitches gonna get patched. And if y'all don't, I'll be waiting for y'all in game chat after I finish putting belt to ass. See ya.